Good evening. Good evening. I'm Jean Finstein, and this is the Friends of Wheeling tour on Wednesday, September 3rd, 2024. And we are at 106 and a half 14th Street. Amazing building, part of a row of amazing buildings that we'll see this evening. I'll do the history in just a minute. First, an announcement. You may have noticed in your newsletter that this Sunday there will be a workshop at Stone Church Cemetery. If you want to learn how to properly clean markers, or if you are more physically adept, you can learn how to reset some markers that have tilted or have fallen. This is a free workshop, anytime between 10 and 3. Come and go whenever you want, and learn and help. We will focus specifically on the graves of veterans, but we'll also be cleaning other graves as well. So everyone is welcome to that. And I think there's free pizza at lunch. And at about 12:30, there'll be a little remembrance ceremony for the veterans. And so our realtor this evening is Karen Ollam. You wanted to say something?
Hi everybody. I'm Karen Ollam, and I'm the listing agent of the property. And this is my husband, Lynn. We'll both be here to answer any questions about the listing that you have. We are asking that you try to stay together as a group. There's some lights that aren't working in the houses, so we'll try to stay with you guys and make sure you have some lighting. We are asking you not to go into the basement. And if you're a serious buyer, get a hold of my husband or I, and we will take you through the basement, okay? And I think that's about it for us.
Okay, good. And here behind the mask is Julie Goodenough, and she is a co-owner of the building, and it's probably safe to talk.
Oh yeah, I just was suiting up for inside, trying not to catch COVID. But we bought the houses a few years ago, and the hope was to fix them up and maybe keep one and sell one, because they're two separate houses, but a previous owner had, I guess, wanted a giant house and had opened up like arches connected both sides. And so we were going to eventually, because they're each 5 bedrooms. I mean, who needs a 10-bedroom house? You know? So we were going to shut the walls down, but with the pandemic and everything, it was just so much more expensive than we anticipated, and we were fixing up another house, and that was the problem. We had budgeted before the pandemic, and I don't know if you know, but everything tripled. And so we went so far over budget on that house. We were planning to sell it, and now we have to hold it and rent it because we will lose our shirts. But that basically ate up what we had wanted to use for these houses. I had wanted to live in one of them, but it just, but we got one of them, we got a really good, super high quality rubberized roofing. Joe can probably, my contractor can explain it better than me. And then the other side, we did enough repairs. So basically, the houses are now watertight. We put a new garage door on one side where the garage door was damaged. We've got Simply Safe security in it. So basically, we're able to keep out the weather and anybody who's trying to break in. But they're great. So much of the historic details remain. The fire, every room other than the kitchens and bathrooms have these gorgeous fireplaces, which you will see. So, we hope, I want a preservationist to buy them, because they're really worth preserving.
Good. Yeah. Okay, so a little bit of history. You'll see that this whole row looks very similar. It was built, the entire row was built by the same person who lived in number 104, which is right next door. He was a Scottish immigrant by the name of Alexander Laing, who arrived in the United States in 1845 at the age of 21. Wow. He appears in the 1850 census as living in the United States Hotel, which was somewhere in Wheeling's 3rd Ward at the time. By the time of the 1864 city directory, Laing was a partner in Greer and Laing, described in the 1888 directory as dealing in, quote, wholesale hardware and cutlery, agricultural implements, etc. Agents of Fairbank's Scales, Page's Leather Belting, and Caldwell's Patent Steel Roofing, 1214 and 1216 Maine. So his partners were Jacob Greer, Alexander Laing, who was the one, and William Cruikshank. So he purchased the property where 104 stands in October of 1865. That included lot 43 and the adjoining lot 46 and buildings. The purchase price was $6,800, which is the equivalent of about $108,000 today. The Sanborn maps show that there was an older building there and an older building here somewhere, but they were not all connected. So he's the one who put it together. By the time of the 1902 Sanborn map, the road was complete. As I said, Alexander Laing lived in 104. We toured it a while back. I don't know if it's still online or not, but we have been in that one. Thank you. This particular one that will be seen was first the residence of Moses Sonneborn. He was a 45-year-old Jewish clothier, the son of German immigrants, and he was listed at 106 14th Street along with his wife, his 40-year-old Lottie, two sons, 16-year-old Charles and 14-year-old Herbert, a 21-year-old niece, Daisy Anna Fan, and a cook and another servant. So they might have needed all 5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
No one at that time is listed at 106 and a half, so it's unclear as to whether he had both halves or that half was just empty at the time. Now, Moses Sonneborn may be known to Wheeling residents because he was quite a prominent merchant, president of the Hub department store, and when the city of Wheeling purchased Wheeling Park in 1924, prominent citizens were asked to purchase facilities for the park, and he funded the entrance gate. So that's called the Sonneborn Gate. There's also now a Sonneborn shelter up at Ogilvie Park. So he was the first resident here. Over time, there were multiple others, but he was the most prominent one who was here. So this is exciting to see what has been done already and what still needs to be done. Julie has mentioned that because of prior leaks in the ceiling, some of the floors are buckled, so just be careful that you walk, you might trip.
It's primarily on the first floor here when we go in, and you don't see it. So just, yeah, because I've stumbled many times.
Just be careful.
On it, so.
Okay, so we'll kind of stay together behind our photographer here, Jim Cochran, who is Joanne's brother, who is going to be our videographer this evening, and he will hang close to the contractor, Joe, so that the contractor can describe what's going on or what has been done. Yeah. So thank you so much for letting us come here, and we're thrilled to go through, and with that, we will proceed.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. Good afternoon. My name is Joe Spinnenberger. I'm a general contractor from Pennsylvania, city of Pittsburgh, Bethel Press, Pennsylvania.
Thank you so much.
I'll be going along with part of the tour, answering any questions that can be helpful in any way.
Right. Oh, beautiful mantle. Make sure you get a picture of that mantle.
Yeah, and
How about I grab that bucket out of there?
yeah, and there's some water in here if anyone needs it. Sanitizing wipes if you want them. But look at this gold on it.
That's beautiful.
The guy that we bought the houses from, I think he put that on there. I don't think it's original. Because he mentioned that he'd done some stuff. And you'll see some other things he added, which aren't quite as good as this.
Okay.
All right. And we'll proceed.
Just watch the little rough flooring through it
Yeah,
and go
it's
through
this
it.
area.
Want the flooring,
Yeah.
the ridge there.
Yeah, that's the, this is the stone.
I'm gonna hold this on while I walk through.
Let me get ahead of you. But see these here, that's what you have to be careful of. I'll get out there.
Light it up.
I want to stand close to him so they can hear
Okay.
him.
From the living room through the hallway into the dining room. Come on in, folks. As you go through this, I'll wait for more of it. Come on in. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Just watch that one step there on the right going down the wall there. I do have that blocked off. But eventually we'll end up on the other side. Come on in, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in, gather around. All the way in, please. There's plenty of room. Still gathering in. Looks like we got a large crowd. Large audience there. Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Come on in, everyone.
Right after Labor Day. Yeah. We'll eventually get to that second floor, and we'll get to them skylights. It seems like that's pretty much drawing everybody up from the first floor up to the third.
No.
Yeah. Come on in. There is, by the way, for anybody, I do have, we have ice water out there and sanitizer wipes, so if you need them towards the end, we've got them. All right, well, this is on the 106.5 side. This side, at one point in time, had hot water heat, and it's gone throughout the entire part of the building, and it was updated at one point in time, some electrical as well. As you can tell, some of the lighting is working, some of the outlets are not. As we go through the project, that's because only the structure has been empty for about before Julie and her partner bought it, was empty for 8 years. So believe it or not, some of it's in great condition, some of it's not. It's just a matter of time has taken over a little bit. Here, you also know sometimes where the chandeliers are gone, the property owner decided to take some of them because they were part of the heirlooms of the family. And at some point, as you notice, some of these porticos are open, these walls. At some point in time, this was also a boarding house. So that's why we've got open walls and open doors. And you're gonna see some unusual plumbing fixtures in areas like, how did that show up? You know, but you have to understand it was a boarding house at one point in
And
time.
then the guy we bought it from, he did the columns, those are not original to the house, and this, and then he told me, if you'll notice the frame on that door, and there's a door there, it was probably at one time open, but he said it was so, you know, everything was open, and he said it would get so cold in the winter, he put doors in so he could kind of keep a room heated. And then this is the only fireplace that looks like it was probably replaced in the 50s or 60s or thereabouts, you know, because all the other rooms have ones like that you saw in the living room.
Also, some of the doors that looks like they're in odd places, a lot of the original doors are, believe it or not, still on site. There is a storage facility on 106.5 side. They're neatly tucked in what probably could have been a furnace room. All right, we're going to work our way on back to the rear part of the house. It's a little tight, but come on back.
Yeah.
Just watch the cords on the floor. Like I said, here we go. We got a sink in an odd area.
Looks like it's a butler's den.
Yes. Come on, please.
Okay.
We're not going to go downstairs.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's got 2 stairs to the basement?
This side has 2 stairs. The
Yeah.
other side only has 1 way. So it does. Come on in. We'll probably end up having to work our way out on the roof, so the roof is okay to step out on. Come on.
Oh. Nice.
Yes. Just watch the edge when you get close to the edge, please. The roof is safe on both sides, so it's not a problem. watch that greenery right there. Let me grab that while everybody's coming out here. Wasn't expecting a growth already. Yep, come on out. The roof is safe, so not a problem.
What's underneath of you?
We've got little junior I-beams and a wood structure, so it's pretty
Is
much
that part of
holding-
the basement, or is
No,
it
this is the garage, believe it or not. We're walking out onto the garage.
The alley's about 6 feet lower than the
Yeah.
sidewalk, 5 or 6 feet.
See, yeah, it's about a good 8 feet from the sidewalk on down, so it is definitely. Yep, come on out. You're on the garage roof. It's safe, so not a problem. Yeah, come on out. Yeah, it's okay. Believe it or not, when we got here 3 years ago, you couldn't even step out on this thing. There was so much, I don't know, patio furniture and everything else that was on here. It was unbelievable. Took about 3-4 days to pretty much got the house what the previous owner had left us. Here, on this roof, on this garage door here, we do have a new garage door. It was put on a couple months ago, so that works really well. It also has an app that on my phone, so if anybody ever opens or closes it, I'll know, which is part of the alarm system too. So the alarm system has its own separate system on both sides. We operate it and we judge it from who comes to go on the property by our app. My alarm system always lets us know. So it's one of those, it's pretty easy to work with, which comes part of the house. Looks like we're still gathered. Okay, all right. Now also on this house, this garage has junior I-beams as far as supporting structure. It's got the 2x10s as far as the framework. The new garage door works quite well. On this side, this was part of the grants through Wheeling, I believe Wheeling Heritage. Is that correct? Okay. This, in the early beginning, approximately I don't know, a year ago, we started working with RJ Roofing out of Pennsylvania, and we were looking to put a spray foam roof on. By using a spray foam roof system, we were able to add some generous insulation value to the roof. Unfortunately, as the weather got colder quicker, we had to drop away from the spray foam roof system, and we went with an EPDM roof. As you can see, it's in sheets. It's glued down. We also decided to go with white so we could reduce the heat within both the garage and all the roofs on the third floor side. So the heat bounces off, not a problem. Also, when we get to the third floor, we have a new skylight. So all of that is completely rebuilt. We use laminated veneer lumber. Some of you may have heard of LVL, which is a structural lumber. So we rebuilt the entire roof on that skylight system. It's been a year now. We have no leaks, which is fantastic. Now, on those 6.5 side, it's the original skylight. It's lead. So that's still in place. We had a little bit of leaks, but we got that taken care of. Part of it is also on the roof system upstairs. It's partially sprayed. We do have a spray foam system where we went all the way around the edges, the flashing, so we can stop any determinant of water coming into the structure. I have no water coming into the structure from anywhere on the roofs, so all the way down. Maybe a little bit on the one side, on the garage side. I've got looks like a gutter disconnected or a downspout. But other than that, the house is pretty much rain-free at that point. So this is pretty much your garage. Got a big garage door, 14 on this side, and a 16 wide garage on this side.
I just wanted to mention about the garage on this side. Let me come over here.
Okay.
I'm not facing away. I don't need to stand outside. The garage door on this side looks original whenever they put these garages in. It's very beautiful. It doesn't work, but I hope whoever buys this, but what we had wanted to do is see if we could find someone, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. There's some college or school nearby that teaches people the old crafts, and I can't remember the name of it.
Belmont College.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So we were hoping to find someone from there, because it's not in horrible condition. And so if we could get the, mechanical things working again, it would really be nice.
So what year do you think this garage compared to that one?
Oh, they're both built at the same time.
But when, we don't know when.
But you know what year?
We really don't know what year.
No.
We'd almost have to go back and
I-
start looking, pulling up the deeds.
Jean might have an idea, but I have a friend who's very into old houses, and he lives in Canning, Pennsylvania, so he couldn't make it tonight.
The Sanborn insurance maps, if you want to focus
Yeah.
in on this, Jim. 1890, the buildings were not here. The 1902 map, the entire row was here.
Yeah, but
So somewhere between 1890 and 1902, and it does.
But do you think the garages were added later?
The garages may have been added later because it looks like there's a gap between the
Yeah.
houses and some outbuildings that are there.
But if you look at, you see the tile here, and if you can't see the garage door from this side, but it has sort of that arts and crafts era. So my guess is somewhere mid-19, maybe like somewhere between 1910, 1930-ish, because they have that look. That's my guess. But what's lovely is both of these, you can come off the kitchen, you've got a terrace. I mean, when we bought them, there was ancient patio furniture out here,
Right, ready to go second floor?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right, coming through. We're gonna head to the second floor, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm
Just watch the cords, please. Yes.
Because there's more lights across.
Yeah. Okay. We're slowly gonna work our way down.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, coming up. Looks like pretty much all the original railings are all part of this part of the house. Just watch some of the plaster. We've had a little bit fall over the past couple of weekdays. Everyone. We're going to go in one of the bedrooms. Same thing on the mantle. We believe a whole lot of it was painted over. Once again, that's all, it's not part of the radiator system, part of the hot water system. Yeah, you see some unique painting or painting on the walls. I guess these boarding people were had some unusual ideas or anything I can figure. Some were artistic in some way, I guess. Yeah, come on in.
So Joe, what we see here is all 106 and a half.
This is all 106 and a half side, absolutely right. There's 3,000 square feet on each side, total. It's huge, very large. Taking a while. It took me about a year to figure out which side was which and what room was what.
Are these pieces left?
Yes, Julie had made an agreement to keep them, because believe it or not, I think it took them like 3 days to haul everything out. You could almost impossibly move inside these rooms. There was so much furniture. Yeah, what do you need?
And let's see the mantle behind you.
Oh,
People
yep,
are
we got
coming
all the
in.
way. We can- yeah. This mantle is pretty much the same mantles that's downstairs. They're pretty much painted over. and there's all this black paint covering, filling in all the indentations. You can see a lot of the same carvings that are throughout the same house. Both on the first floor, second floor, and third floor. All the manels are the same. And at various parts there were lights. We think at some point in time, some of these lights were gas lights too as well. Because when I get into the kitchen on the third floor, I'll show you the pipe system that's running through this house. It's literally buried against the brick and part of the plaster as well.
And Joe, at that time, we weren't sure that electricity was gonna be the way to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, my house, 1906, still has the piping for gas
Or
lights.
not for gas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And the 106 side is that natural gas, heating, and water running through it. But I'll show you them because they're in the registers on the walls. Some of these light fixtures are light fixtures, and some of at one point in time there was some natural gas. But I think over the period of time they managed to go ahead and remove them just because I think they started to leak because it was steel piping. So over a period of time it's going to start rusting, which it did. So there's a lot of that. Unfortunately, I can't get this one to work. I've been trying for a couple of months. It kind of worked at one time, and all of a sudden now it's not working. So believe me, I wish it was working because it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
If you're looking at the brass there,
This is, I don't think this is original, but the guy who owned it had, he was American but Italian American, and he had bought some really, I wonder if this maybe is from, that's maybe Murano glass, the decorative. And then you see how this room over here looks like a little shrine? I guess he had a lot of antiques and stuff from, I guess from Italy, that, so he did this whole room like a shrine and had all his stuff. Like when we were looking at the place, we wondered if it had been a church at one time, but it turned out he just collected stuff. So interesting guy.
and also in this front bedroom, if you want to call it, it's got its own private bathroom.
Yeah, there's a bathroom in there.
In there. Once again, it's like fixtures and plumbing and baths are.
Yeah, and I'm sure originally it was a closet, you know, because the house on the other side is essentially the same, and that it's a closet on that side, you know.
All right, we're gonna keep on staying on the second floor. Oh, excuse me, yes, on the second floor. This way, please.
Go ahead, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna keep on going. We're down a little more light on this side. As you can see, once again, another wall was opened up and it was a doorway to get into the 106 side. Shall we go into each room? Go into each room.
Yeah. Light. Light in here.
Yeah, come on in. Let me stand to this side. Once again, I think if you look, see, some of the paint is not there, but you can see some, it looks like some sort of black marble, I don't know, onyx, not really sure. Yep, come on in.
You guys and Betsy Sweeney are good in heritage, yes.
Once again, one of the lucky light fixtures that do work. Unfortunately, this side did have a leak on it, so this is where it's got the old box gutter system. Come on in, folks. Or I'll stand over here so don't have any trip hazards or anything like that. We'll be careful of that. Yeah, come on in.
Are you behind the door?
Yeah, the closets are not all that. Yeah, you can barely get a coat hanger in some of them closets, I know. You'll also see throughout this, all of these houses, their ceilings are rather tall. You're hanging around 9'6", 10-foot ceilings, so if you're gathering any heat, at least you know it's going to be pretty far above you. I do have one that's got a fan in it, believe it or not, in one of the bedrooms, so it works out pretty nice. This, once again, is also the steam water, hot water heat system. It was added at some point in time. The original, I think, the original boiler is still down there, kind of like gone though. It's not going to work anymore, that's for sure. Mantel's the same thing. This one doesn't have nowhere near as much paint as the others. You can see a little bit
Yeah,
more
I think this is how that
definition.
one downstairs was originally. And what I was told was when it was a rooming house, the woman kind of jury-rigged heat. Like there was probably a little stove connected to that. But I'm sure, you know, this could be taken off and they could be restored. And, you know, maybe you could put gas logs or something in them.
Once again, the arch echo in here, you know. The old borders on the ceilings, I haven't seen that in a long time.
I think the previous owner did all of this. Yeah. Yeah.
My mom did it at her house in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. All right,
And I'm sure there's gorgeous wood.
unfortunately, this is a result of one of the box cutters leaking, but that's all been
Yeah,
taken
that's
care of.
been fixed.
We'll keep on going down the hall. Yeah. No, we're not gonna make it in there, yeah.
Boy.
It's got its own bath. Butler could travel up and down.
Oh.
This would be from the kitchen. Come on in. There you go. You want to get a quick look at the mantle? Now, once again, you get a little bit different color there on that. But the same designs throughout.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, you would think it was a pair of steps, but that's a little bit bigger closet, that's for sure. Let me get up on here a little bit. Yeah, hardwood floors. If I haven't said that, this hardwood floors throughout this, both sides. As you can see, once again, as you come in and take a look at the mantle, it's a little bit different color. This is basically the same design, cut the same way. I like that bathroom, that full bath. Yeah, yeah, is that great? Yes, I know. I know.
So Joe, am I counting right, 3 bedrooms on this floor?
Yes, 3 bedrooms on this floor.
2 upstairs.
Yeah. I know, that's it. Is that a unique bathroom? Very, yeah, exactly. Yeah, one thing I haven't mentioned, some of you working in here yet, the hardwood floors are throughout both sides. Very little damage. You know, early on, when we were on the first floor, we see that little cupping a little bit. There were a couple of leaks when we first got here. But we mediated all that, so that's all pretty much taken care of. Once again, we believe this is one of the original chandeliers, we think. Like I said before, there's been a lot of gas pipes run through the structures. Very little damage to the floors at all, or to the walls. What you see as far as paint chipping and everything, that's because of the temperature inversion in here. I was in here in the wintertime. It was colder in here sometimes than it was outside. So it gets a little tough. But once again, when we get to the 3rd floor, we're going to head that way next. I don't know if as you walk past also there was a pair of steps. That staircase works back into the kitchen underneath here.
Yeah, that you see right here, it's probably the servant staircase, you know. Because these were pretty elegant homes in their day.
I don't know if everyone got to see, but the mantle is pretty much the same one throughout.
Yeah.
Just a little bit different color.
Yeah, and I think isn't one, I can't remember, there's so many rooms, but I think one of them still has the funny little furnace that, I mean, it doesn't work, that when this was this all seems to be the stuff from when it was a rooming house.
Yeah. We do, there is one, that's right. There is one that's got the gas pipe that still stuff sticks out. All right, let's head to the 3rd floor.
I've met all of you. That's a big tub, though.
By the way, I just like down there on the stair really good standing. Okay. As you come up the staircase, go ahead and look at the skylight. It is the original one. It is lead based. It's been sealed over several times. There was a time when we didn't get too close to that, but that's been pretty much taken care of. Come on all the way in. Come in.
This is original.
All got the same, this has got the same mantle type color.
With a gas insert.
Yeah, unique. As you can see, this, I'll wait for more comment. It's pretty much how they heated the fireplace here. You still can see the original burners. Come on in. As you see, hot water radiator heat again, fills up on this floor, comes all the way up from the basement, feeds this entire area here. I'm not, as we've been going through some of the rooms, like especially on the front, we've got these bifolding doors on it. They are mainly on the front part of the house. I don't know when they were installed, but it's kind of nice because you can keep even light between the top and the bottom, however you want to work that. We believe the windows are also original. Everybody in? All right, also you can see here, this is how they heated the upstairs besides prior to the steam hot water heat. There was a natural gas tube, and I don't see where the pipe was. Yeah, that's gone. But you could, and concrete, of course, the chimneys are double faced. There's two bricks side by side all the way through. We haven't made any attempt to try and see if any of the chimneys work. I doubt that they do. There might have been some interior decay, either from the mortar or from just the longevity of everything. But once again, this mantle matches the same one that's in the rear bedroom. It's the same design, same cut, so it's very unique to the house.
And I think it might be soapstone or something like that. I had heard that, I'm not sure that this is the case, but there was a thing where you would get a certain kind of stone, and then somebody would paint it to look like a different stone.
Yes.
You
It's
know?
called graining.
Okay, there you go. And once again, this light fixture is unique, so I think at one time it was electric. It may very well be natural gas.
It looks like a
Yeah,
gas.
yeah. I've got my valve here to turn it off and on.
Yeah, there's one behind you too, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go, yes. Now let me see if this works. I forgot to try this one. Nope, don't work. Nope, we're good. But that's unique throughout this house.
And these little shutters on the windows, we think those might be original on there throughout.
All right, let's head to the back of the house. You might want to take a look at this. We've got this on this side. Looks like this is more or less like a linen closet, both on the second and third floor. It's all original.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, isn't it though?
Yeah.
It's unique. I mean, it's pretty much.
Yeah, it looks all intact, that part.
If I can get this off and yeah.
But still, it's nice looking.
Yeah.
I bet you take the paint off.
And it's steel or cast.
Yeah,
Could be
take the
anything
paint
else.
off, it might look a little,
They painted that one.
yeah,
I know, it's unique that they would do that.
yeah.
See they have natural gas pipe in the wiring? That's, yeah. Yeah. I'll bring it out. That's right. Yeah, come on in. Unfortunately, to get back on the other side, we can go all the way back down. You want me to take you to the third floor and work it out? Which would you prefer? We'll find out. Okay. Basically just the roof and the sign. There were some times where we had to just do some general maintenance. So that was one thing we needed to do. We had to be very careful about some of the windows and everything else. So some of them open and some of them don't.
I think it's basically the same, because my daughter-in-law owned the first one. And it looks so similar to.
They all are, believe it or not, 104,
Yes.
106, 106 and a half, 108, and 108 and a half are all the same.
That's what I thought.
And believe it or not, this, I believe the same architect did this. There's one on Main Street as you head out of town, near the original hospital. You almost drive right past it a couple of times. I keep wanting to stop and look at it and gather the address, but it looks like it's the same architect.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side.
You know, Matt, that house he's talking about.
It's got the same red brick, it's got the same curvature of the windows and everything.
And it's from the north end on the way into town?
It's on the way out of town, I think on Main Street, right where near the original hospital was. Did you have the flag post or the post?
That would be going to the Orwell.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, it
okay.
is, yes,
Okay.
yes. Going towards Warwick.
That's far, yeah, that's not there.
Everybody in? All right, we made it to the third floor. Get your, I don't know if you got your Apple Watch on and your counting steps. You can go ahead and use that today, that's for sure. Yeah, but as you can see, yes, prior to us getting here, there was some major water damage. Yes, and some, we believe the birds took up a residence for a while too. So we managed to stop that. We've also managed to stop the leaking as well too. Also, folks, if you want, I have water downstairs too, so if anybody needs any water, and Santa wipes. On this side, they tried, I don't know for what reason they decided to put this soundproofing 12 by 12 tile on it. We've got some that's stacked up over here in the corner, and of course, we've got the hot water system here as well. You know, naturally, we had some water damage here. Now on this side, believe it or not, I guess they decided they didn't want to have to go down to the second floor and come up to the third floor. They decided to cut this wall out.
They actually.
And they did. And it is double brick.
Yeah.
From here, we got the double brick, so it's about 8.5, 8 3/4 inches wide. And here is both your natural gas, runs through here. Let me see if I can get you a junction here. And also your electricity.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's why we don't want you walking through.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a giant step down, yeah. So, yeah, you can see the steel's pretty much rusted and going, and here's your little electricity. That's that going through. Yeah, and that's that almost borderline non-open too.
Oh, I know.
Any questions so far? Probably some of you didn't hear this, but ma'am, you said?
I was gonna say, is that 106 over there?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now to get to 106, my question is, do you want to start at the third, go down to second, come back up to the third?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
One-
Ma'am, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Joe.
Question. Ma'am, you said, some of you weren't in here, but on the same architecture of 104, 6, 6.5, 8, and 8.5, there's an exact same houses out on Main Street across from the old Westmoreland Hospital.
Oh,
Excuse me,
really?
Wheeling Hospital. It's just at it's on the right-hand side. It's got the same front curvature of the windows, and it's got 3 stories.
I wonder if it's the same builder.
That's what I'm thinking it is. So look for it on the right-hand side. It sticks up, you know, like I say, it's right across from the Wheeling
To
Hospital.
show me where the,
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to add, that you were asking about the ceiling, the soundproofing. The guy who owned this before us, he told me, he said he never lived in it permanently because he was in a rock band that traveled around the world, and I guess they were big in Europe and Brazil and places like that. But I'll bet they did the soundproofing and they might have rehearsed it here. And he was quite a character, this guy.
All right, we're going to down and then come back up. Oh, this way, please. Not beautiful.
Yeah, we took out a picture of that. Oh, it looks nice.
Yeah. I should have said something I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
as you can tell, sir, we're gonna go from 106.5 to 106. Folks, if you just watch your step because you're gonna be stepping down multiple steps because 106 is lower than 106.5. All right, this way. We have to go up. And here starts one. This is where we put all the new roof on. Totally rebuilt this skyline. This was done by Tim Brunel, contractor Timber and Nail. This is where we also did the structural work on the side of the house. All right, we'll come on in.
Nice and bright.
Yes, yes. And once again,
Wow.
I know it's pretty much throughout. Yep. Man, do you need some water?
It's just dust.
Okay. It is. Nice. Yeah, we're checking out a lot of that. Yep, come on in. Working our way. Okay. All right. As you can see, pretty much 106.5 is the same as 106 side. As you can tell here, we've got a closet on this side, where at the other side, we basically had a full bath on it, which was on the second floor, I believe. Yes, the peeling and everything else, that's a result of the flashing leaking up against 106 and 108. 106 yeah, let me get this started. We are on 106 side, so I have flashing between 108, 106.5. So we had some leaks, so naturally a little bit of water and moisture leaked out. So that's all part of that. Here, mantle's the same thing, pretty much. It's the same pretty much color as all the other fireplaces in the structure. Here, the heating system is a whole lot different. I'm going to get right behind you. This is what heated the house on this side. It's electric, it's water. It's got an electrical element inside, and it heated the water, and a fan would blow out the heat. This is pretty much what's on 106 side. That's how they heated.
Do you have any idea of what era, like, was that like the 40s, the 50s?
You know what, I really don't know, but let me see if I can look on the back. See if I can come up with something. Yeah, unfortunately not. Oh, no. No real date, Julie. Unfortunately, I really don't have it. All I can tell you, it was made in Cleveland, Ohio.
There was some writing on that one side of that 8 panel that you picked up, like along the,
The edge?
yeah, along the inner edge. Like there's something down there, like down below.
Oh, down below?
Yeah, I just wonder what if that says anything or if it's.
No, I don't see that. Here's the temperature gauge. I can tell you that part of it. Nothing else. I really don't see it. Other than adjust the temperature there. But that's pretty much what heated this on the 106 side. Once again, high ceilings. Pretty much keeps everything cool. Not sure when the light was put in, but I'm quite sure it was on a previous owner. And then we're going to head on back to the rear kitchen area. And then from there, you'll get a good look at the roof as well.
Several.
That looks a lot better, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that's a great.
There's at least a
room
third one.
closet. Yeah, it's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, the wood,
As they gather in there, I'll let them take a peek
the
at that.
woodwork inside that closet is amazing.
Yeah, this is the also as you come through and you look on your right, this is more or less the linen closet for each of the floor. There's one on each end.
Put shoes on
Shoes for me, that many shoes.
Yeah, can you imagine how many towels there are? And the covers, the blankets, unbelievable, yeah. Some of those blankets wouldn't even fit in there. Ladies and gentlemen, also this is the linen closet. You can see that was pretty well figured out. We have some great craftsmanship. Yeah. Pretty much all the way to that ceiling. Leaving out the excess of the roof is up that ceiling too.
That's awesome. I love her. Keep my gloves
Yeah.
and my hats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So,
All right.
when this
Their
was the
kitchen.
rooming house, they must have had a little kitchen here. And this bump out has always intrigued me because it looks old. And then on the other side of this is where somebody put in a half bath. But it just seems odd that you would have a bedroom with a fireplace and then this. I don't know.
Once again, one of those unique things inside this house.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a half bath on that side. At some point in time, yeah, we got some original woodwork that was on the corner, and the baseboard is pretty much the same thing throughout. But we believe that some of that baseboard was replaced at one point in time. Once again, this is all part of the old style roof that was on here. This is everybody takes a turn looking around, you can see where we've got the EPDM roof out here. That's on the second floor. If you notice out this window right here, we got a pair of steps heading to the third floor roof. Yes, we needed that. I'll tell you the original version. Shaky getting out there, but we got up. And it's the same roof on side. All the gutters are along the side, on both sides. We eliminated the box type gutters. We put on the regular gutter system and flashing and everything else. So everything is waterproof on this side. Downspouts are also new on this side too. So we've got a lot of that all taken care of. And as you can see, there's your escape to the other side if you want to do that.
Through the portal.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I got my little steps still there if I have to get anybody out on the roof. Whoever wants to take it.
No.
But I mean, no, I'm only kidding. No, you don't have to. It's a little scary out there. All right, that's it. Now let's start working our way down to 106, the second floor, and then on to the first floor. And then also, if anybody did get to see some of that linen closet there, so there's a couple of them throughout the house.
Yeah.
And once again, the heating system.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I know. It's probably like
Oh, there we go. We do have lights. There we go. I forgot. As soon as I see the blue tank, tells where I got electricity.
So nice. They live over in the
Completely forgot about that. Turned that one on.
They're gonna move in about a year.
We don't. I'm gonna get my steps in today, too.
Hey, you want me to turn the lights off as I come down?
I can come back up and do it. That's all right. Yeah. In case anybody wants to hang around and take a look around.
Okay.
The woodwork is nice in here.
The one on Market. Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Is it Main Street or Market that head now? Is it Main Street?
Main.
Okay, that's what I thought. It is Main Street, right. As you can see, once again, the handle's the same, pretty things, same cut, same design throughout, on both sides, 106. We think, and once behind those covers is also the same type of natural gas burners. A little bit of fan here, it's the only one, and light system working on this side. Everybody working their way in? Okay. Yep, come on in. All right. As some of you may have missed, as you can see, the mantel's pretty much the same thing, a different color, slightly. Doesn't have that deep brown that's in there, if you want to call it muddy water look. And then, of course, it's probably gonna be that same burner that was on the other side too, feeding it. Because this is the side that's got that natural gas in that wiring in that casing.
I love the coronation tapestry. Somebody must have taken that from a church.
You know what, they're
Yeah,
good,
that's-
they're very possible. 'Cause-
Yeah, because that's the coronation pattern.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, it's a boarding house, and
Yeah.
probably once you get in, you can pretty much do whatever you wanted, I guess, at some point in time, yeah.
That's definitely. 'cause
Yeah,
we haven't
definitely.
seen that.
And then, we can work on back, to the, rear bedroom, and I believe there's a bath on this side.
Yeah, there's the bathroom. Oh, yeah, we're on the second
Excuse
floor.
me.
Yes.
I get confused. Yes, there's another bathroom there, yeah. Go ahead.
A little bit better condition than the other one, than a 106 and a half. Just watch the open staircase here, folks. Unfortunately, I don't have any lighting in here. What should have been a bedroom, or was a bedroom, turned into be a kitchen. Yeah. Guys, it's getting a little bit darker here, really. All right, once again, same type of mantle, same cut, a little bit different color coordination. Not much as that brown or muddy water look, if you want to call it that. And it looks like at one point in time there was a natural gas stove. Remember them old ones that we all had in our living room at some point in time? So I believe that was all part of that. And over there, sir, right behind you there, there's your hot water, there's your heating system. And you can see at one point in time they did try and get some sort of a duct or ventilate return air. So yeah, there you go, we've got that, all that. Once again, we got those 12 by 12 pounds. These have not come down because we're pretty much right below the rear bedroom upstairs. This was also, when it was on a boarding house side, this was a kitchen. We got our storage system and cabinets and all that. We got still a couple of cabinets hanging, so you can see it was rather versatile house. Yeah, we're supposed to be a bedroom. Yeah, it's a kitchen. Yeah, they turned it into that. Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, on 106 side, you get to look at the other side on 106 and a half at that point. Also, as some of you come past that staircase, that takes you down into the first floor kitchen.
This is the 106 side.
This is 106 side. Yes, sir.
The other side is 106.
106 and a half. Yes. It takes a while to catch up, but you're right. Like I said, it took me a year to figure it out.
I'm just trying to get more light for you.
Oh,
It's
thank
in a
you.
lot better shape than ours.
Well, that's the one that my daughter-in-law's sister read.
We're coming right back.
Oh, but that was Glennis.
Glennis.
Yeah,
Right.
and Chuck, yeah. The new guy, they seem to be very interested in presentation.
We're going down. So we're now at that point where we can go down.
You know, if you're planning to live in it.
I did wipe all the railings. Yeah, that's 106 and a half
I
side.
don't think we saw this room.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate that, thank you.
Yep.
Looks the same as the other one.
Although it's the same.
Yeah, pretty much what's upstairs is the same thing here.
Strong sense of deja vu.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
A little bit better shape though, too, you notice that? Yeah.
I love the nooks, the little nooks in each
Those
bedroom.
are,
Yeah,
yeah, and it was, it's almost like it can be a sitting room too.
it could be.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And, or you can even turn it into your little, workroom, computer station, that kind of thing, yeah, exactly.
If it wasn't your bedroom, where would you put your bed?
Correct.
Well, you could put your bed with the back to here.
Here in the window.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Or, I don't know,
Or
something,
do this.
try and put it through there and try and not hit your head off the wall or shoulder all the time and try to come out of that little nook. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would be looking at. We're getting there? All right. All right, second floor, 106 side. This is a little bit better shape as far as the look, if you want to call it that. Doesn't have any Art Deco or anything else. And this side's also got a closet over here and the same heating system. Windows, Different type of little drapes up here, but here you've got the full shutters rather than the half.
Yeah.
And then we got a little bit different shutter
I
system here too.
know.
So I would tell you this, it does get pretty dark.
Yeah.
I will tell you
But
that.
it's nice, you know, if you made this your bedroom and you've got the street out there and you can really shut out the
light.
the light, yeah.
And it faces north anyway, so you're not
Right,
getting direct
yes,
sunlight.
yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
north.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now we'll work down to the first floor. Yeah, the railings are, I cleaned up the railings. So we're-
I get the pictures. Get my dates and
Yeah, just watch this little here. I got some hay chips, but the floor's not all that bad. I'm gonna head into the living room.
Yeah, where's it at?
Yes. I'm gonna see what I like. Oh, my light bulb's out. Was working a little bit ago. We are on 106 side. A little different style of fireplace. This one's completely different.
Fancy.
A different cut, different icons on it, artistry.
Beautiful summer cover.
Yeah, look, I believe I made these cast. At first I thought it was steel, but I believe it's more of a cast.
Probably, yeah, and it looks like wheeling tile.
Yes, oh, is that right? Okay, because I was wondering where that was. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you, yes. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's got the original cover on it.
yeah, that's different.
And
Anyhow,
also, look at the tile.
Yes.
That's in great shape. Yeah, this room on this side is in better shape than this room on the other side. And they all have pocket doors that are functional.
yeah.
Probably need a little, tweaking, but it's amazing that they're here and that they work.
And also, you'll notice here in this room, and plus on 106 and a half side, the carpeting's a little bit different system. They've got it outlined, just comes around, and you've got a little clear space on each side as you go around. At some point in time, electricity was added the way it was supposed to be, with that old just two-prong to plug it in. Doors here do work. They need a little help here once in a while, but they can come through. Your openings are pretty much all the way to the ceiling. It's about 10 inches just below it. Once again, the wall covering is a little bit different as far as you can go around, so a few things there.
And this door to the dining room, same thing. You framed it and put a door in. Well, it was probably not.
And of course,
Keep it warm in the wintertime.
and of course, you're
Who's the
on.
character, this guy?
What about that mirror?
The mirror, it was here when we got here. I don't think,
He's the one who opened up the.
I really didn't bring it too much attention because I think it's, I think you can probably, I've seen this type of wood, you can get it at Lowe's at Home Depot.
Okay, so that.
That's not part of the original part of the house.
I didn't think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can pretty much get that stuff anymore. I know, I mean, my wife had me do her mantle at the house, I just went over to Lowe's Home Depot, found something. Back then it was like $3 a foot, so it was well worth, I think it's 10 now. All right, your entrance to 106 is on that side. You got a couple steps coming up. It's got a glass door, it's a little bit, it's got a storm door and then that glass door to enter in.
Yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't have a pretty tile.
Yeah, just be a little careful, I got a little open on the step. Of course, it's the same heating system. Stepping into the dining room, be a little careful, I got some blue tape on the floor. Yes. Yeah, they did, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whatever was hanging on that wall, yeah, exactly, I know.
I'm just thinking of my son.
Whatever they was, they did not want to take the time, no, I agree. That's very good. Yep, come on in, folks. As you can take a look at the wall, looks like they didn't want to remove the mirrors or the carpet or whatever was attached to that wall. So they just literally painted right around it. Good eye, I never looked at it like that. You're absolutely right.
Maybe they had bookshelves that were open.
That very well could be, yes.
You know, that was.
And who didn't, yeah, it didn't matter what was around the base. All right, let's come over here and look at the mantle too.
And I imagine that probably in the other dining room that one time had something like this, that brick just isn't.
Is a natural part of it.
Is not period correct.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like 50s.
Yeah, thank you, yes, yeah. Yeah, they decided to get some horse face brick and make something a little bit different where it was that lived there. And of course, we've got all the dressing on the ceiling, so, you know, once again.
That was the guy who we bought it from, he did all of this, he told me.
And as you can see, the difference, there is approximately, I think, 14 inches difference between the 106.5 and the 106 side. We do drop down,
Yeah.
basically.
Slight hill.
Yeah, slight little step down. And believe it or not, there was hardwood floor underneath this, so it's pretty much throughout. And I will tell you this, the basement height is almost as tall as this room. Easily walk right in.
Yeah.
And I can tell you from here all the way over, it's a full basement, full open.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Now, do the garages go into the basement? Or they
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. On the 106.5 side, it does.
This one, there's a gap, like a little courtyard. And I thought, you know, had we kept it, I was thinking of maybe just doing some kind of a little breezeway sort of thing, so that if you're unloading groceries in the wintertime, you know, or in the rain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, just watch. I've got a cord going around. We'll work our way
And
through.
look at the bathroom placement.
Like I said, this is, remember, yeah, we did say something
And the
about
tile
we
works
got a bathroom in the
amazing.
usual
That's
spot.
real in tile.
Yeah, and but the
Wow.
must be in the boarding house, because it's a really odd place for the bathroom.
And this is the only door into the basement.
Yeah, like green with the black.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Steep stairs.
yeah, exactly.
My bathroom is kind of like gray.
And my other bathroom is peach.
And a kitchen.
Well, now,
Yeah.
I know, that's a little odd. If you ate something bad, you can make it to the bathroom.
Yes, yes, you could, yeah. Yeah.
You walk through the bathroom to get between the kitchen and the dining room.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct, yes.
Okay.
Well, we think it's the boarding house days.
Yes, exactly. I've on the sides, or one room, within both 106 and 106. This had the most damage as far as leakage a little bit. A lot of the paint dropped off the ceiling. Whatever was originally on the ceiling is pretty much gone. But once again, on the 106 side, it's all been remediated. We've got the EPD and roof, so everything's working just fine there. Once again, no water intrusion on both sides, because it's all been pretty much taken care of. And yes, this is the kitchen, and this is, believe it or not, was your electrical range. And they covered up what little, if there was anything here. But this is part of the chimney system that goes up onto 104 side. So that is shared. I don't know, I don't really want to take anything off and try to damage anything on the side. So we're just going to leave it up. But you can see this was the electric range. And at one point in time, there was a gas range here too. So that's all pretty much part of that. On this side over here, there's the servants' staircase that goes all the way up to the second floor.
Yeah, we think that perhaps those 2 bedrooms on the top floor might have been, you know, where the servants lived, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not really sure.
Or maybe they didn't live in, I don't know.
And that door right there, ma'am, right behind you, that is the only door to the basement.
That one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on this side, to go out this kitchen door here, I used to have a little step. We used to go over out that, and we had that railing there. But when we did the new roof on the back garage, we took off that little step or walkway or a little decking or something, if you want to call it that. So we end up having to remove that. Now, the garage on 106.5 side does enter into 106.
Yeah.
Now, the garage, yes, so you can come through the garage door, walk up a pair of steps, come into the basement, and then come up. And also on that side, there is a side door that goes between 108 and 106.5 that takes you out to the back of the alley. So we've got a high door there and another new door downstairs. Here, in the basement, you would have to exit the garage and come into a little small walkway and then come in through a door underneath. But that's pretty much it.
That was what I was talking about, that had we come out of these, it would be pretty easy to do some kind of a little protection, so.
Yeah.
All right, I think we are there,
Wow.
and yeah, we'll leave some time for questions afterwards, but we certainly thank you. And again, this is our Friends of Wheeling tour on September the 3rd, 2024, and our hosts here, if you want to show your face.
Oh, yeah. Hi. I'm sweaty.
Owner, Julie Goodenough, and the master contractor,
Yes.
Joe Spinnenweber.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, folks. Thanks for allowing us to take you through. Any questions, just reach out.
We will do that. Okay, and thank you, and please join us next time.
Yay!